Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here because, honestly, we are unpacking something super fascinating today. We wanted to create this Explainer in detail to really pull back the curtain on something we all do all the time. Imagine this. Our customer, let's just call her Sarah, is chilling at home. She finds the literal perfect laptop from a company called Technova Electronics, and she clicks that big, beautiful Buy Now button. Within seconds, she gets a confirmation, the warehouse reserves her specific laptop, the finance team starts prepping an invoice, a delivery partner gets their shipping instructions, her payment is processed, and management dashboards update automatically. I mean, to the customer, it feels instant, right? But to the business, it's this brilliantly orchestrated symphony of data. Today, we are demystifying exactly how that happens by breaking down the SAP Order-to-Cash process. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the magic behind ordering and the order-to-cash cycle, then we'll walk through the journey from inquiry to sales order, fulfilling the order, billing and payment, and finally, we'll look under the hood at how all these SAP modules connect.
So starting off with Section 1, the magic behind ordering, or what I really like to call behind the buy button. Because the second Sarah clicks that button, this massive invisible chain reaction kicks off inside Technova Electronics.
Which brings us to a really important question. How on earth do online orders process so incredibly fast without employees manually calling each department? I mean, think about the alternative for a second here. Without a synchronized system, someone from sales would literally have to pick up a phone and call the warehouse to see if the laptop is actually on the shelf. Then the warehouse would have to send an email to shipping. Shipping would probably have to walk a physical piece of paper over to finance to get an invoice made. It would be total chaos, right? Just full of delays and human error. But instead, it all happens in a blink of an eye. The secret sauce? It's the synchronized magic of an automated backend. Moving right along to Section 2, let's talk about the specific name for that automated backend, the order-to-cash cycle. This is the overarching solution to all that manual business chaos we just talked about. It's basically the hero that unites all those isolated silos within a company. Let's formally define this really quick. Order-to-cash, which you'll often hear shortened to O2C, is the complete integrated workflow, starting from a customer order and ending with a payment receipt. It's beautifully simple in its overall goal. You know, a business wants to sell a product, deliver it, receive the money, and record the revenue correctly. Instead of separate, isolated teams just working independently in their own little bubbles, SAP connects every single one of these steps into one seamless, integrated workflow, and that, in a nutshell, is the core of O2C. So how does it actually play out in the real world? Let's jump into Section 3, Inquiry to Sales Order, and explore the pre-sales process by following the very first chronological chunk of Sarah's journey.
This pre-sales process generally happens in 3 main steps. Step 1 is the customer inquiry. Customers don't always just buy right away, right? Sarah might reach out and ask, hey, what's the price? Is this laptop in stock? How fast is delivery? Oh, and can I get a student discount? Now, even though she hasn't bought a single thing yet, SAP records this inquiry. It tracks her interest. And notice how that inquiry data seamlessly feeds right into the next phase, which is Step 2, the sales quotation. Technova takes that data and prepares a formal quote detailing the laptop price, taxes, and exactly how long that offer is valid. Finally, if she likes the quote, boom, we hit Step 3. Sarah clicks Place Order, and SAP automatically generates the sales order.
Now, what's genuinely fascinating here is the sheer amount of data packed into this sales order. It isn't just a simple receipt. It is the central governing document for the entire rest of the O2C process. It's got Sarah's customer info, her exact shipping address, the specific laptop model, the quantity, pricing, payment terms, and the promised delivery schedule. Everything that happens next in the warehouse and over in the finance department, they are all going to look back at this exact sales order to know what to do. It is essentially the master blueprint for the entire transaction.
With our blueprint officially created, we transition into Section 4, fulfilling the customer order. It is time to actually move the metal. We're shifting our focus away from the digital storefront and walking directly onto the floor of the Technova warehouse.
This fulfillment stage happens in 3 distinct steps. Step 1 is the availability check. Before Technova even promises a delivery date to Sarah, SAP automatically checks the inventory across all of their warehouses. It asks, do we have this laptop? Is another customer already in line for it? If the answer is yes, it moves to Step 2, delivery processing. Watch how the data flows from the order directly into the warehouse database. The warehouse staff literally receives an automated ping. They pick the laptop from the shelf, pack it up safely, and print the shipping labels. SAP records every single physical movement automatically. No clipboards, no messy spreadsheets needed. And then we arrive at step 3, goods issue, which is when the package is finally prepared for dispatch. I really want to emphasize this milestone for a second. Goods issue isn't just a box being loaded onto a delivery truck. Notice the critical shift happening here. It is the exact moment accounting records are prepared, inventory officially decreases in the system, and legally, ownership of that laptop transfers to Sarah. It's an absolutely crucial financial and logistical milestone, and it happens completely automatically in the background. Now that the laptop has officially left the building, we're going to follow it right into Section 5, Billing and Payment Receipt. Or, as literally any business owner will tell you, the show me the money phase. The product is gone, and now we need to make completely sure Technova Electronics gets paid for it.
This financial phase is broken into 2 final steps. Step 1 is billing. Because the system knows the goods issue just happened, the finance department's SAP module automatically generates the invoice. It pulls in the product price, any taxes, shipping charges, and discounts. Step 2 is payment. Sarah receives this invoice and pays online. The very moment her credit card clears, SAP records the incoming funds and instantly updates her customer account. You can visualize those incoming funds just completely zeroing out her outstanding balance. The money has successfully reached the business, and the cycle is functionally complete.
But if you really want to master this, we need to look at Section 6, how SAP modules connect. We're going to zoom out a bit and look under the hood to reveal the specific architectural modules that orchestrated this entire seamless experience for Sarah.
And this breakdown brilliantly illustrates exactly what's happening behind the scenes. Think of this as your personal cheat sheet. When Sarah made her inquiry and got billed, that was the SD module, Sales and Distribution. When the system checked if the laptop was in stock, that was MM, Materials Management. The physical picking and packing in the warehouse was handled by EWM, Extended Warehouse Management. Planning the shipping route was TM, Transportation Management. Generating the accounting entries and zeroing out her balance, that was FI, Financial Accounting. And finally, calculating if Technova actually made a profit on this sale is handled by CO, Controlling. 6 different modules all talking to each other instantly, making Sarah's journey a reality.
Let's look at how this builds a massive competitive advantage. Think about the alternative again. Without SAP, departments are relying on a mess of emails, phone calls, and manual spreadsheet updates. That leads to massive delays and a wildly high rate of human error. But with an integrated SAP O2C cycle, you've got automated activities, real-time information shared instantly across every single department, drastically reduced mistakes, and incredible visibility. The business just runs like a well-oiled machine.
Which brings us to a massive value add for you today. If you are ever in a job interview or maybe taking an SAP certification exam and they ask you to explain the order-to-cash process, just memorize this exact sequence. Order-to-cash starts with customer inquiry, moves through quotation, sales order, inventory availability, delivery, goods issue, billing, and finally payment receipt, using SD, MM, EWM, TM, FI, and CO. Definitely internalize this process flow. It is the perfect, concise summary of everything we've broken down today, perfectly blending the chronological business steps with the technical SAP modules.
So, we've completely demystified how a company sells a product and collects the cash. But I want to leave you with one final, kind of provocative thought. We know exactly how Technova Electronics sold the laptop to Sarah, but how did Technova buy the raw materials and the microchips from their suppliers to build that laptop in the first place? Well, that requires a completely different but equally fascinating workflow called procure-to-pay, or P2P. But hey, that is a story for our next explainer. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and I'll see you next time.